All right, welcome back to the Gray Factor. We got a good one for you today. We got the Minecraft movie. That's right. So stick along, hang along. Let's enjoy this podcast together. All right, like I said, we got the Minecraft movie from 2025. Here are 15 weird facts, quirky and unexpected details inside the Minecraft movie that have fans been pointing out all over the place. So, the sun and the moon are perfect squares. That's right, perfect squares. Just like the game, the sky bodies stay sharp, shaped, even in emotional or intense scenes. So, throughout the movie, you can see this. Each scene is you look in the background, you see the sun and the moon. They are shaped as a square. That's by design, of course. Nothing new there. But that is one of the quirky and interesting things about the movie. So, block shaped, even in emotional or intense scenes. Two, creepers. That's right. Creepers don't blink. They stare constantly. No blinking, no expressions, just silent. That's right. They stare constantly. No blinking, no expression, just silent. Cube shaped anxiety. So just imagine you wake up, someone just standing there. Creepy, I know. Very, very creepy. But throughout the movie, you see that with the creepers, they don't blink. They just stare constantly at you. Now that is something I myself wouldn't like. All right, villagers speak in a but a little slower. The movie stretches out the classic village sound to make conversation feel awkwardly and disturbing. So just imagine if oh, like, see, just imagine if I talk with a slow, that's how the movie make it out. It makes it more of a creepy conversation, So punching trees, that is a good one. Punching trees still works. No tools, no problem. Characters in the movie literally punch wood blocks and somehow it still makes sense. And this is supposed to be a human-like film, but punching trees and blocks, it still makes a lot of sense. That's one quirky thing in the movie. Gravity only applies sometimes. Sand and gravel fall realistically, but other blocks just float forever. Just sit back and think about that. You throw a box outside or you throw something outside and it floats away. Or dirt and sand down and it just falls normally. That is a strange one for that they play out in the movie and it plays out pretty good. The neither feels smaller than expected. Instead of being endless like in the game, it's portrayed as almost claustrophobic, closed in. That is a good one. Redstone actually functions logically. They made redstone circuits behave correctly, which is wild considering how confusing redstone can be, especially playing the game. They make it in the movie feel more correct. And if you can feel that correct, but in the game, that's not it. And the game is far from. All right. The inventory in the movie, the inventory has no weight logic. So characters carry a certain amount of blocks, zero struggle, like pretty much zero weight, no problem at all. Food heals instantly. One bite and boom, you're back full strength again, and no medical realism whatsoever. I don't mind that one too much. I wish that was a real life thing where I can eat something and boom, I'm back. One bite and I'm back to like a sensu bean. Better yet, better put it like a sensu bean. Enderman move when you blink instead of only moving when you look away. The movie adds a horror twist that shifts during blink cuts. So just imagine if you had someone stalking. He only can follow you when you turn your back. Okay. So you think I'll walk backwards, but just imagine they add a little bit more. Now you blink and he gets closer. Blink and he gets closer. That is a quirky one and that is strange. So when you look away, the movie adds that little horror. Day and night cycles real fast. Time change rapid. So just think about it. Time change rapid, mimicking the game 20-minute cycle. So just imagine you're sitting there, take a nap at 2, you wake back up and it's dark. You go to sleep and wake back up and it's light. Well, that's normally how it is. But just imagine that little time where you go in the house and it's dark and you come back outside, it's night, and you only be in for 20 minutes. That would be a little strange one. So time changes rapidly, mimicking the game's 20-minute day cycle. Water physics are still cubed. Even in a cinematic setting, water flows in square segments. No more round glasses. Everything got to be square now. Drinking water out of a square bottle, if you want to put it that way. TNT has a dramatic delay. Views feel longer than in game. And of course, that is for suspense. So lighting fireworks and you gotta wait 5 minutes. Lighting dynamite and you have to wait 10 minutes. That is for suspense. Crafting happens instantly. No more long build montages. Just toss items together and done. Wish I could build a house like that. Go outside and toss some wood over in a pile and boom, I got a daggone 3-story house. Or I need the shed built and I throw some plywood and 4x4 stickers. Sound effects are game accurate, but that's a plus for the movie. They use near identical in-game sounds for footsteps, for mobs and blocks breaking. That is a plus. That's a plus for the movie. So you hear the footsteps, mobs, and blocks breaking, accurate. Easter eggs are things that I also notice about in the movie. Overworld is a manufactured reality. So the overworld it isn't natural. It's a controlled simulation. Perfect squares like the sun and the moon. Predictable day and night cycles every 20 minutes. Infinite regeneration of sources. So we never run out of water. We never run out of, earth. These is only apply selectively. This mirrors the idea that society operates inside an invisible system. Economics, media cycle, algorithmic fees that feel organic but are structured. You could frame it like this. What if the overworld represents the illusion of freedom? Build anything only within a grid. All right? The neither equals weaponized fear. So the neither is chaotic, loud, red, claustrophobic. That is the neither, meaning the neither represents manufactured crisis, something like constant danger, a secret mindset, you know, emotional overload, warlike aesthetics. That is what that is the neither symbolic of fear culture? Ask yourself that. Place where people are pushed into survival mode so they stop questioning the system. We don't have time to ask, is it right or is it wrong? Only thing we got is time to react to make sure that you survive. You could parallel media panic cycles, political paralyzation, economic instability. Fear keeps players reactive, not reflective. So let's talk about the inner man. That equals watchers and silent observers. They don't attack unless they are provoked. They move when you don't see them. Inner man represents unseen powers. They relocate blocks quietly. They alter the world without announcement. They punish eye contact. So looking, seeing is bad. Think about what if the inner man represents institutions that shape society quietly, you know, like moving pieces behind the scenes, but react aggressively when confronted. You could draw parallels to like surveillance culture, bureaucratic power, intelligent, intelligence networks. Redstone equals hidden infrastructure, stuff you don't see. Redstone powers everything. Most people don't even understand it. Like this means redstone represents the visible systems that control society, like the electric grid, financial systems, digital algorithmic, or even AI logic. Most characters use outcomes without understanding mechanisms. Ask yourself, are we living in a redstone world powered by systems we don't understand, but we depend on daily? Think about that. That's a strong metaphor for modern technology. TNT controlled chaos. And that is what that means. TNT powerful, but only when triggered intentionally. This means chaos in the movie isn't random, it's activated each and every time, like social unrest triggered by systems, explosive events, you know, needing ignition, destruction as a reset mechanism. In Minecraft, nothing explodes by a signal. But who's holding the flint and the steel? Ask that. That's a powerful rhetoric. Who's holding the flint? Who's holding the detonator? Villagers equal passive society. They don't build, trade, they repeat sound. Like they represent a population, conditioned for transactions, not creation. So they don't act like normal people. They just here, here, here. You know, that's conditioned for transaction, not creation. That lies in that ties into consumer culture, passive citizenship, economic dependency. So I'm I'm going to leave you with this question. Are we living in a block world? Those are questions that you can ask yourself because that's a strong one. I believe that today's world is almost manufactured through government, through the higher ups, through what they deem as correct. Yes, we have a mind of our own, and we have the ability to do as we please. That's all guided by what I feel is pressure, thought of consequences, the thoughts of my actions may be wrong, can't do what I want to do because I feel that it may jeopardize something in my life, such as my well-being, my way of living, the way I take care of myself, the way I pay, or they may have someone that they have to take care of and they can't do as they feel is right, only as what the system feels right. And that hurts. And that is a strong thing and a struggle to have to deal with. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Think long, think hard, think deep. Till next time, take care of yourself. Be out.